Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam. The topic is three zeros as given by Swami. The lady seen in the photograph is Beddapatamma, as been Sai devotees know of her. She lived up to 96, 98 years, and Swami was very young when she came to him. So in her innocence, she had the freedom with Swami to be very frank and to be very open in her conversation with her. Like, for example, if Swami doesn't come by her side on any darshan day, she would yell from a distance. She would say, "Hey, where are you? Sathya, come here," like that. Students used to feel embarrassed how she is calling Swami like that, but Swami used to smile and then respond to her calls. Speaking of Bedapatama, Swami once told students, "You know what are the three zeros? She has passed through all the three zeros. That is why she is so close to Swami, and Swami is so close to her." In another incident, a girl tells Swami, "Swami, I just want you. I want nothing else." And then Swami says, "Swami wants only three zeros from you. If you can pass through the three zeros test, Swami is all yours." What are the three zeros which Swami wants us to clear when they come in our life? Next. The first zero. A Sai student, while talking on the three zeros, starts with a humorous advertisement on regarding this leakage proof tubes which used to come. So he starts in a lighter way. He says that there was a father who was very serious in the sick bed, almost going to die, and then the son seriously seated besides father. The father hands over the will to the son and says that, "Son, I have written the will. The entire, all my property is all yours. All my wealth is all yours." And then the father passes away, and the son, though sad that the father has passed away, still or a billion, whatever, say, one followed by several property is yours. And then there is a leakage from the top. ceiling, the one number got wiped off. And lo and behold, the will has no value because the one has gone. All that he is left as his wealth are all zeros. So the student says, brothers and sisters, Swami is that number one. And with one, our life carries a lot of weightage. And when that one Swami is missed our life, we are all but zeros. Zeros doesn't matter whether it is 1 0 or 10 0, zero still remains a zero. So with one, we are all heroes. With Swami, we are heroes. Without Swami one, we are all zeros. Jokes apart, the real meaning is that how Swami, what Swami means to us as the real wealth, real possession. There was this Victor Kano who was based in UK, had some good business, had some good properties, and then he and his wife, they come to Swami. And Swami calls them. And then Swami says, go and start a school in Zambia, of all the places. Victor Kano surrenders and says that, yes, Swami, we will. The wife has a doubt, as most of the ladies do have. She hesitantly asks Swami, Swami, how about money for starting the school? How do we start? Swami says, go to UK, dispose of all your properties and go and start. They go and they dispose of even the property, even their own residence, everything they dispose of with just suits and bag and baggage. They go to Zambia and start the school somehow. And then later on, the student recalls that Zambia school of Swami used to be called as Miracle School, where all students used to excel every year in that school. So, the power or the propensity of any wealth, any possession to satisfy us at all times is never there. If it was there, as Ramana says, more possessions should give more happiness. More and more possessions should give more and more happiness. Less and less possessions should give lesser and lesser happiness. It doesn't happen. Especially when you enter into sadhana, it may not be true at all. Still, man is in a non-stop race to accumulate more and more, far beyond his requirement, far beyond his family's requirement for the next 30, 40 years. Next. So, there is nothing which can give more happiness other than the joy of giving what we have, a part of what we have, to others. So, nothing is mine, yet I will give. The Arati lines, Tera tujhko arpan kya lage mera, Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Okay, it's all yours, nothing is mine. But still, whatever you have given to me, I shall give. Whatever I can, I shall give to others. I shall share with others. And then the last very, very important point for you to practice. Can we set aside 1 day or 2 days, ideally 2 days, or at least 1 day in a month, where we lead a life as if we have nothing with us except Swami. We have nothing with us, no wealth, no possessions, no entertainment, no TVs, nothing is there. In Hindi, what we call is just we are all bhikharis. Just Bhagawan is there and Bhakta is there. At that beggar's life where only we and Swami, just no matter how much wealth we have amassed, can we taste the joy of being zero in this one first zero, qualify this first zero 1 or 2 days in a month, and then experience the joy at the end of those 1 days or 2 days. It cannot be expressed, it has to be experienced. Next. As and then, like in Vedanta, we go from gross to subtler to subtlest. Anor, Aniya. Okay. Subtler to subtlest. The first was still gross. This is subtler. The pain here is subtler than the pain in the first zero. There is all these relationships like mother, child, husband, wife, parent, children, boy, girl, infatuation, and so on. We cling on to so many relations. Okay. Each one will leave us at one point of time, or as in the case of possessions, the power or the propensity for each of these relations to give us that joy, that satisfaction when it started on the first day, it will never be there as we progress in these relations, because as it has been told umpteen number of times, we are imperfect, they are imperfect. Two imperfections cannot lead to perfection at all in any relationships. Okay, and still, monkey mind. We know, we have been told that we started from as monkeys and then we have become these human beings. So we carry that monkey mind still with us. Even when one relationship doesn't give us that happiness, like monkey hops from one tree to another, we keep on jumping from one to another, another to another till we die, hoping that one or the other relation will give us that everlasting happiness. Humorously, when Swami, while talking to students, he says that you are all, you know what you are all? You are all those vanaras of the Treta Yuga. I am that Rama. Harisubramanyam says, Swami held his position as Rama as it is, whereas he reduced all our positions to monkeys. Jokes apart, what he wanted to drive home the lesson is that we all carry that monkey mind as vanaras still. Next. God is the root, and we are the stem, and all the relations are the branches. Instead of relying or trying to get the strength of the tree from the branches, which themselves may be here, there, now, or they may fall off. The fruits, the leaves, they may be here, they may fall off. But for us to remain as the strong stem, strong tree, our root should be strong. The root is God. Hold on to his lotus feet and practice love without attachment. Where there is expectation in a relationship, there is attachment, and when the expectations fail, there is utter pain, utter sorrow. Like in the Mahabharata, when Karna is described, it is said that his hand never used to be like this even while he used to sleep. Never the receiver, always the giver, always the giver. A song in the movie Karna describes his hand as red, giving. Huh? His hand was always red. So in the relationships, you be always the giver, always the giver. Practice love without attachment. Be the giver. Never be a beggar hoping to receive anything. Share, share, share. Next. This is the subtlest and this is the most painful. Most painful. Good, we are going fast. Maybe we may end in the initial 40 minutes itself. Possible. See, in Puttaparthi, as a young lad, and as a youth, he had watched few such people. He is not naming them, though he remembers them. These were the ones who used to be top-ranking officials in Indian government, or holding a very good business or job abroad. For Swami's sake, they would have left all their possessions and either first zero, or they would have left all their relations, or vice versa. All relations would have left them second zero. And then they would come and sincerely serve in Sai's mission in the hospital, in the administration, in the university, etc. We used to look at them awestruck and then used to see how sincere they are, how saintly they are, how pure they are. They have left all that they had. They have left their possessions. They left their relations. They left everything and came to Swami for the sake of Swami. Cleared in 2 zeros. So, at least having cleared these 2 zeros, they are qualified to be called as saintly or pure or selfless, okay, in their mission or in their service to God. But suppose, think that even this reputation or recognition or goodwill is also gone. We lost the possessions, we lost the relations, we were at God's feet, but even then we are being cursed. Even then censures are thrown upon us. Slippers are thrown upon us. We are condemned. We are looked down upon us. He has faced it, you all know it. Not explaining. This is the most painful. Here, see, depending upon the strength of our devotion, we may leave Swami in the first zero when we lose all possessions. Or we may lose Swami when all relations leave us, we are alone. But surely 95% of us will leave. Even after leaving those two, even after that, if we are faced with criticisms and we are not valued in the society, we are disrespected, we lose all the recognition, 95% of us will leave Swami for sure. This is most miserable in the 3 zeros. Interestingly, in Adhyatma Ramayana or some of the Ramayanas which are portrayed in villages, there is an interesting episode which is not covered in the other Ramayanas which we know of. Even Swami has not covered this in the Ramakatha Rasavahini unless he is wrong. It is said in the Adhyatma Ramayana that Rama goes to Kaikeyi and tells her, Ma, I have a request for you. And next to Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, Rama used to be most endearing to Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi says, ask my son, what do you want to tell? He says that you have got a role to play. I have come with a mission. Okay. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkratam. So for destruction of the evil, which was Ramayana which was Ravana in the Ramayana, I have come with a mission to destroy the evil. So you have to go and ask for these boons to Dasharatha and ensure that Dasharatha accepts your boon. I know of the background that he has given you boons when you won him the war single-handedly. So you have to ask for the boon, and so that he has to accept your request. Then I have to go to the forest, otherwise my mission will not be fulfilled. But Mate, in this process, your name will be spoiled. You will be the most disrespected woman in the Itihas for thousands of years to follow, so much so that none of the parents will name their girl as Kaikeyi. Are you willing to do this? Kaikeyi said, Rama, for your mission, I am ready to do this. This is covered in the Adhyatmara. So she lost her reputation for God's sake. Are we ready? Are we ready to lose even our respect or our recognition or our value for the sake of Lord? A very big question to be asked. If situation arises, maybe no such situation arises in our life. If we imagine if such a situation arises, can we be that Kaikeyi as per the Adhyatma Ramayana? So what happens when this third zero hits us? Our ego is hurt. Next. By now, we all are aware of this terminology, avidya, the subtlest of the ego. What is happening when all these three zeros are happening to us in our life? One thing to be noted. Swami, our God, is not a villain to punish us and give us these three zeros so that we may remember him. It doesn't happen that way. Based on our karmas in our earlier births, one or more of these zeros may attack us in our life. Nothing may happen to us at all. But for the sake of contemplation, we have to assume that all the three zeros we have to pass through. Or we might have gone through one or two of the three zeros at least in our life due to our own past karmas. God doesn't give us these punishments. Okay? This is to be made very clear. So what happens when we are hit with this three zero, especially the third zero? Our ego is hurt. Our ego is hurt means we are ignorant of our divine nature and we think we are this body, mind, intellect. So all this hurt feeling is for this body, mind, not for we the self. And once we are ignorant about our divine nature, next comes Asmita, the I-ness, Kartritva, Bhoktritva, I and mine. From this I and mine, Asmita, follows the attachment towards things which our BMI likes, towards people whom our BMI likes, because they also like us, we also like them, or the aversion towards people or things which we don't like, or those who do not like us. And then the subtlest of the ego coloring is being the fear of change. Fear of change. Shankara, he was seeing a small clipping yesterday. A disciple is putting up various questions to him. Shankara reveals all others, masters, realized masters have explained or given the exposition on Shankara's teachings. How about Shankara's revelation itself? How profound it will be and how direct it will be. Shankara says the sun, the moon, the nature, the experiences, good or bad, which we have, the beings who walk into our life, pain which when some stone hits us, or beautiful scenery which makes us happy. When we start with this path, spiritual path, in the path of jnana, Jagat Mithya, we think that all this is an illusion. Shankara clarifies, for that what he does, he throws a stone at that disciple's feet. And then he is crying with pain. He says, does it pain? Yeah. So is it an illusion, your pain? No, it is not an illusion. It is a reality. It is painful. So he says like that, actually nothing is illusion. First time this revelation he's giving you. Actually nothing is an illusion. Everything, nothing is an illusion. Comma. He doesn't stop. Exactly, as nothing is illusion, nothing is real also. So there is neither real nor unreal in this creation. All the illusions, all the real, unreal stuff, all the doubts, all the sankalpa, vikalpa, all these things are in your mind. A yogi lives through, performs all his duties, whatever is required at his stage, that fourth stage. He performs all these duties and he is blissful in the same world which looks very unreal for us. He is happy everywhere. Okay, so what do we do about this ego? The two paths through which the ego can be transcended has been dealt with elaborately in so many other sessions, as well as in the last session on loneliness to aloneness. So we are not getting into detail. One second. Okay. So through the path of bhakti, the bhakta melts in his love for God like a camphor, and that love takes over, that love prevails, that love rules. And in that ocean of tsunami of love, Neither God is there nor Bhakta is there, just love shines. And needless to say, the Bhakta having that ego exists no more. And in the path of jnana, through the process of Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, the sincere seeker, having qualified in the 4 qualifications, goes on in his spiritual sadhana, expands and expands and expands. Okay, like one of the disciples of Ramakrishna, while teaching to the young monks in the ashram, he said that in the path of bhakti, suppose there is a tire with full of fire, there is an iron ball or a round ball with fire. Bhakta, sincere bhakta, having made himself so small, so insignificant, he becomes so small that he slips through that circle and then he goes to the other end and reaches God. Whereas in the path of jnana, this is written by Swami in his discourses on Bhagavad Gita, which he gave in the year 84-85, which was compiled by Peter Drucker and got as discourses in Bhagavad Gita book. Whereas a jnani expands in his self-inquiry, and he expands so much so that he tears that round, he tears that ball of fire, he bursts open that, he expands so much that he is able to break that circle, and then he gets free from that circle. This is the difference between realization through bhakti and realization through jnana. And one death happens in the path. What is that? Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Every bhajan we sing, asato ma sadgamaya. The ego has to die. Death is there. It is, we always speak of deathless, birthless, so on, so changeless, so on and so forth, motionless. But there is a death of ego, so that mrityorma amritam. From this death follows amritam, that is deathless. What is that deathless? The ego, the jiva dies for the Atman to, not to be born, to shine, to be discovered and to shine forever. There is no birth here. There is nothing new attainment here. There is no reaching from somewhere to somewhere here. It is just homecoming. It is just discovering what we were always, all through all our births, no matter whatever sins, whatever karmas we had to undergo. Next. This is the 4th class in the charter, Satya Sai Seva Organization charter Swami gave in the World Conference in January 1981 to the world of Sai devotees. 4th class, it says, and whereas the most fundamental object of this organization as laid down by Bhagawan is to awaken in man the awareness of the divinity inherent in him. Stay still. By propagating through practice and example, and you are able to read the following other things in this slide. So, the goal of the organization SSSO, Swami did not say as it is being understood in the Sai organizations. It is not correct that the goal is to expand from 1 center to 5 center, from 100 center to 200 centers. The goal, of course, it is good, but that is not the goal. The goal is not to expand our service. The goal is not to provide, instead of 100 people, provide the seva to 500 people. It is not the quantity which Swami talks about. All that Swami has mentioned as the ultimate goal is to awaken the divinity inherent in human being. Swami has incarnated and Swami has given this beautiful organization to us only for this purpose. Awaken in man the awareness of divinity inherent in him. For that, he has given us all, depending upon our aptitude, our samskaras, inner bent of mind, with too much of emotions, with radical thinking, rational thinking, wants to question why for everything, gave the path of jnana. For the housewife doing all the duties, still striving to evolve, to reach to the ultimate, he gave the Shakti wing. For the upcoming youth, he gave the youth wing so that they don't go astray. And for those who cannot meditate, for those who cannot concentrate on any devotion, any devotee, any God, nor can they meditate on that abstract formless, he gave the Seva wing. Go and do service so that your ego, when you rub shoulders with a billionaire doing langar seva together or handling the slippers together, you will see him and be wonderstruck what I am, what this ego I am having. What is he? And he's still doing this humbly. So engage in seva, reduce your ego to such a level that you are able to focus. Thoughts are reduced, ego is reduced, you focus in the path of bhakti, or if you are able to, you fall on the formless reality, Brahman. All these are the mediums, all these are the roots, all these are the means. The end is what he has given in the charter, awaken. This has all the relevance in with respect to 3 zeros, because even if imaginatively we have to go through all the 3 zeros and become 3 zeros in all the 3 aspects, still are we able to be clear about why Swami incarnated, why Swami put us into this sacred organization, kept him under his Chhatra Chaya, and then gave this ultimate goal, awakening the inner divinity. Even if we have to pass through 3 zeros, are we able to still pursue this with clarity? And how Swami himself offers to help us, a true bhakta, in this one goal which Swami has given. Next, last. There are 3-4 milestone discourses of Swami. This is one milestone discourse. Another Guru Purnima discourse is the discourse where Swami revealed about his being the Shiva Shakti Avatara, where he had to undergo paralysis on one side, and he then ordered for water, and then he took the water, sprinkled, and then he became all right. And he gave to the world of bhaktas why he had to undergo this paralysis, and he gave all the story of Bharadwaja. It is available in the net. Shiva Shakti, Swami revealing about his Shiva Shakti Avatara, you will read that discourse. A milestone discourse. This was another milestone discourse. So, okay, where he declared the purpose. So he says, I have to come to give you the key of the treasure of bliss, Ananda, to teach you how to tap that spring, for you have forgotten the way to blissness. And then he said, very few of you desire to get from me the thing that I have come to give you, namely liberation itself. Even among those few, those who stick to the path of spiritual practice and succeed are handful. It takes us back to the purpose of human birth session. It takes us back to the Adi Shankara's verse 2 or verse 3 in the Viveka Chudamani, Chantunam Narajanma Durlabham, where he starts with the first being born as a human being as is rare, and then he says, Pumsatvam, being born as a male, and he clarifies what it is not male, female as we think of, male with male's qualities of strength. And then he goes on, and then at the last he says, Swami, what he says, namely liberation itself. Shankara says, last to get the mukti or liberation, that those cannot be obtained without merit acquired in hundreds and hundreds of crores of like shatakoti janma sukruta. Hundreds of crores of lives lived in this path, pursuing in this path. Without that, mukti is not possible. And Swami says, very few of you desire for that. Even from that, very few of you are able to stick to the path. Okay, till arise, awaken, stop not, said Vivekananda. Okay, Kathopanishad. So, stop not till you reach that goal. Okay, like that, Swami says, still there are very few, even amongst those who are desiring liberation. And Swami says this quote, which is not there in this slide. If you wish to ask for anything from God, pray Him thus, O Lord, let me have you alone. Once you have secured the Lord, you can get anything you want. That was why Meera sang, O heart, drink the nectar of divine love. When you can have divine love, to crave for anything else is like asking for coffee powder from the Kalpataru. Discourse dated 9th October 1989. So, what all we go and ask for, Swami? Promotion, marriage, children, property, good relations, good health, laundry list, as Brother Hari says. We ask for so many things from Swami. Which Swami says that you are asking coffee tinsel, coffee powder. You're asking me. Whereas laddu or vibhuti, you are asking me. Whereas I have come to give you the ultimate liberation itself. So it is worth repeating here. What do you want, Upanishad? Which Brother Hari Subramaniam says that when Swami keeps on fulfilling even our useless requests, he creates ring for us, he creates vibhuti for us, he does all the miracles for us. Whatever useless things we ask, he fulfills for us in our mundane life. Till the time he waits for us, as Pandari Vyasa, he waited for Pundalika. He is waiting for us for in all our births, for us in one birth to turn to him seriously and ask him, Swami, you have fulfilled all our wishes. Now, what do you want from me, Swami? Brother Hari says it is, what do you want, Upanishad? It is at that time that Swami takes over. Now come, I will teach you. I will tell you what I have come and what I want from you. I want you to seek me and seek me only. Along with that, you will get everything you seek. Because After having sought me and after having got me, you will be left with nothing to desire in the creation at all. So, brothers and sisters, after having gone through the 3 zeros satsang, still as per the charter, as per the Swami's declaration on Jantunam Narajanma Durlabham, can we still evolve and evolve and evolve for Swami to look at us and point out to us and tell the world, here is the real hero, here is true devotee. Bhagavad Gita, 26 qualities of devotees are given. Okay. Swami has to tell that he is, or he or she is my real devotee. There is a famous Tirukkural which says, Magan Tandeikku Aatrum Udavi, Ivan Tandei Enno Khan Sol Enum. Forgetting that last line. See, the greatest offering which a son can give to father is that the world looks at the father and says that here is that saintly person's father. The father becomes known by the saintly qualities of the son. Similarly, Swami accepts us as a real devotee, real hero, even if we are big zeros in the 3 aspects. Can we still evolve to become the real hero? He leaves you with this question. Maybe apart from the 3-4 of you, maybe 5th or 6th or 7th, some more people may ponder, may or may not ponder. He leaves it to Swami when it really hits the YouTube. A real practical session which raises so many questions within us. Whatever we might have been till now, but after this talk, are we really qualified? Are we really fit enough? Or we deserve, or have we evolved enough in the spiritual path to face all the 3 zeros and to emerge successfully as the winner? For Swami to accept us. If the world accepts us also, no use. Swami has to accept us. Jai Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.